With hundreds of millions of users worldwide, social media has become the cornerstone of modern society. But how do we, in this crazy, chaotic digital world, control our social media use? In this video, we're going to be exploring that question, and I'm going to be giving you my personal 3 tips that really help me to control my social media use, because the amount of time that we waste on social media is unbelievable, guys. Doom scrolling and just randomly scrolling through reels and shorts is destroying your productivity. So it is essential that you watch to the end of this video if you want to really level up your productivity. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Let's go. The first rule that really helped me control my overall social media use throughout the day is the partition rule. The partition rule includes putting your phone in another room while you need to work. If you have an important project that you need to do, if you have studying you need to do, if you have a business idea that you need to work on, hell, if you want to, even if you have to think about a proposed business plan, or you have to think about the road forward for a particular project, you need solitude and you need time to do that reflection in silence without any disturbances. And what I found worked for me, and I've named this the partition rule, is placing my phone in another room. I mean, yeah, you can place your phone on airplane mode, but you'll just be tempted to reach over to it and just keep scrolling through it. So the best option would be for you to really put your phone in another room for an hour or so, and do not, push yourself too hard. Do not try to work too hard. Do not try to work too long. So the mistake most people make is they think that they can work 2-3 hours straight and then just not be tempted to engage in distractions, which is absolutely not true. After an hour or so, you'll realize that, okay, you're beginning to feel wheezy, you're beginning to look around, you're beginning to get distracted, and that is when you need to allocate yourself a break. Then you can go into another room, scroll through what you need to scroll through, and then come back. But the whole point of this exercise is that it teaches you self-control, right? Because I know you're tempted to stand up and just, because you've been missing notifications on social media, let me stand up, let me get to my phone. By doing this, you'll allow yourself to put in an hour or an hour and a half of proper focus, deep work, which is actually effective and productive without any disturbances. So number 1, the partition rule, make sure you implement it. Now, most people do not manage their free time correctly. What I mean by this is that the free time that they do have, they spend scrolling through social media. I mean, look at it at your workplace, look at it at your school, look at it in general public, right? When people are just sitting around and have free time, what's the first thing they do? They grab their phones and they start scrolling through the social media feeds. This is a terrible habit that has really plagued this generation, and it is something that we need to get rid of. It is something that you struggle with, that I struggle with per occasion as well. So in order for us to really avoid the situation, in order for us to avoid just grabbing our phones and just start scrolling, we need to be occupying our free time. How do we do this? Well, the best thing would be to get a hobby, right? Whether it's reading, whether it's bike riding, whether it's hiking, whether it's yoga, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, rather occupy yourself with that than immediately reaching for your phone. And this is going to take practice. It's going to take self-discipline. It's going to take practice, and it's most important, it's going to take patience, and it's going to take time, because you are going to be very tempted. It's very, very hard to get rid of old habits. People always think it's very hard to learn new habits, but it's actually very, very hard to get rid of old habits and replace them with new habits. So the next time you consider reaching over to your device or your phone or whatever it is that you use your social media on, think to yourself, how can I personally use this time better? What do I enjoy doing except scrolling through social media? Rather devote your free time to activities that you enjoy outdoors, activities that you enjoy in solitude. Whatever it is that you enjoy, engage in that and fill your free time with that, because if you occupy your free time with that and something you really enjoy, you'll be less tempted to reach for your phone. Ladies and gentlemen, lastly, and the most important tip that I want to give you today is that you need to be setting daily achievement targets, daily goals. what I've noticed is that if I set these daily targets for myself, okay, today I need to get this chapter studied. I need to study this chapter and this chapter. Today I need to finish this business plan. Today I need to work on this video idea or whatever it is. If I set these daily goals for myself, I know in the back of my head I need to get this done, because if I do not get this done, my day is a failure. I was not productive as I could be. That is considered a failure. And because you have that lingering at the back of your mind, it drives you and it pushes you to really be productive throughout the day. And as I said, this can only work if you implement the previous 2 steps that we talked about. This can only work if you avoid grabbing your phone the first chance you get. This can only work if you put your phone aside for an hour or so. So make sure that you have these daily goals set for yourself, and make sure that you do everything in your power to smash these goals. I mean, what is more satisfying to you? Scrolling through social media, of which the content is pretty much useless, it's there for entertainment purposes, or smashing a daily goal? And 99% of you should be saying that smashing a daily goal brings you that much more gratitude and that much more satisfaction than scrolling through a couple of dumb reels. Ladies and gentlemen, look, it's easier said than done. We've grown into this habit of immediately reaching for our devices the moment we have free time. But by implementing these 3 strategies, you'll slowly be able to win the battle against social media. If you are interested in more content like this, make sure you smash that subscribe button, make sure you turn on your post notifications bell, and I'll be seeing you next time.